Hi, I'm doing a video that I'm kind of nervous about doing. Um, the point of my video actually is an exercise for a part of my growth that I'm working on and trying to bust through my constant story of needing to be perfect and needing the perfect time, the perfect amount, the perfect situation. And this is going to be my tool to work, and you guys get to witness things not being perfect, like my dog right here. All right, come on, Max, get down, good boy. And so a little background story about why I'm doing this. A friend of mine, Catherine Carroll, she's a coach. I was just working with her the end of last year into this year. And we really touched on a lot of things, and I think I'm in the process right now of continuing to develop the things that we spoke about, which is really helpful to go through that processing time. And I'm finding myself becoming really distracted because things aren't perfect. And so my friend Catherine just recently did in May a Facebook Live. And she did a Facebook Live every day in May. So 31 Facebook Live videos. And I didn't watch every single one of them. I watched a couple, I touched in on some of them, watched some more than one time. And it was really amazing to see how it all really built up to, I think one experience that she had on Memorial Day. I really think that was the journey that she was on, was to have the experience that she had on day 25. Anyway, so it really inspired me, and I was like, okay, I need to do this Facebook Live thing, and I'm going to start on June 1st. And so I was waiting for, I made this perfect moment of June 1st. And June 1st came, and I didn't have the perfect situation. I didn't have quiet. I didn't have nice clothes on. I didn't have the nice background. I didn't have things that I wanted to have, so I didn't do it. I didn't have my motivation. I didn't have my moment. And now it's June. I'm looking at the day and time. So it's June 5th. So I'm 5 days away from my perfect moment, but right now is my perfect moment. And I'm just celebrating that. I'm still in what I threw on after I got out of my PJs to get my kids ready this morning. So I'm working through my non-perfection. This is how I am right now. I've been working all morning. This is what I look like when I work from home. I don't know if it's the most productive thing. It's going to be on the list of things to change and develop and be committed to. So thank you for joining me for this video. And thank you for being part of my journey through perfection. So I wanted to outline in this video a couple things. One, how when we set a goal, how the universe will keep putting lessons in front of us. And so I had mentioned on, I think it's the 25th day. I can't remember when Memorial Day was, but I set that as a goal of working on my perfectionism and having these experiences. There was a couple small little stories, but a major one that happened on Sunday of this week. My children and I were at a park meeting some friends to play, and a family had come into the park, and there was a man and a woman and 4 kids, and that were young. I would say probably 7 years old to maybe 2 years old. And the kids in the group had challenges. They had one I spoke to directly. She has autism. The child has autism, doesn't speak. And the other kids had kind of behavioral stuff going on. And it was a handful. I said that to the mom when her daughter had come over and was sitting with me and interacting with me. I said, wow, you guys have a handful. And it was craziness. One kid was crying. One kid was over here. Someone else was throwing things in their mouth. And I was just wow, this must be so hard for them. And it got to the point of just being I think everyone's ready to leave. In my opinion, I was these kids are maxed out. And then the parents were yeah, these kids are maxed out. and we're going to go. And they walked to the park and they were walking back home. And I was like, what a great lesson. Thank you, universe. Those mom and dad, or what man and woman person, never have the perfect moment. There's never the perfect time to leave for the park. There's never, they don't wait to do it. They just do it. And they enjoy those moments where there is some silence and some peace and everyone's happy, or at least the majority of people are happy in the group. And then when it's crazy, then they just deal with it. And then they just put out that fire and put out that fire, and they keep going. And it was so motivating to see that. And I was talking to somebody yesterday with a coaching call, and we talked about that experience that I had at the park, and how it was this really great lesson for me that they aren't waiting for perfection and they're succeeding every moment. So more motivation yesterday talking about it, and today I'm actually doing it. So yes, so the things I'm working on, the resistance to working on my blocks to try to clear my focus on perfection. And so interesting, just before I decided I was going to do this video right now, don't care, I'm not changing, I'm not doing whatever. I'm like, oh, but I better go to the bathroom first. I better empty my bladder. So I go use the bathroom, and then I'm like, well, I'm kind of hungry. So I made myself a sandwich, and then I was too cold. And then I made a list of things. Oh, and then I got the hiccups. When I actually sat down and I was going to do this, I got the hiccups. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do, I need to not have the hiccups when I'm trying to talk. And that's the universe. That's like my like ego and id, and that's me trying to like not go out of my density that I'm comfortable in. Like I'm comfortable in my perfection. That's why I have it. But I want to move away from that. Hi, Beth. Oh, so great to see you. And that's like, and that's that part of my being where it's really just like creating this, and this is in the interruption. And it's not unlike having some success financially, or having like I make my own schedule, having a bunch of people on my massage schedule, and then the day that schedule is full, I get sick, or my kid is sick from school, or there's some kind of interruption. It's the same energy of wanting us to keep us in this bubble of, well, this is just how things are. This is how they've been for so long. Now that I'm like 8 minutes into this video, I'm going to also mention that one of the challenges that I have is not getting to the point. And so hopefully by the end of 30 days, I'm going to set that as my intention right now, to change my behavior. It takes about 25 days to do that. So I'm going to set my goal of 30 days doing these videos, showing up how I am. Hopefully it's a little bit more presentable, but if not, this is how I am. But by the end, I would hope that I'm in a better place where I am dressed for the day. And I'm working on my perfection. I have stories of success with that. And as well as I hope to have these videos be 2 minutes or less, which is also another reach and a challenge for me. But that's what everything is about. It's, if you want something different, you have to set the goal, and I'm making it public, and there it is. So I hope that you're doing well, Beth. It's really nice to see your little hi down there. And I will be back tomorrow, and we'll see how perfection feels tomorrow.